There's something over there. She is like a little girl, but she kept yelling my name, Jimmy wailed. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you, said Clara. You're feeling tired and feverish. Maybe you need some rest. Mom, I saw him. She was on a white robe, and she just won't stop yelling my name, said Jimmy. Little boy, are you kidding me? Clara asked. Mom, but you get to stop. Jimmy cried out with a loud voice and continued. She would chirp like a bird, vanish like gasoline, and step through walls barefoot. Her eyes were creepy and full of blood. She was looking creepy. He continued, I'm scared, Mom. How long are we going to get stuck in this strange place where everything you see makes you a freak? A freak? Stop saying nonsense. She rustled, but then continued. No one said you're a freak, but, you have to sleep now, it's getting late. Okay? She said. Okay, he replied. Jimmy, trying to stifle a cry, swiftly scrabbled around the bed for a nap. But then he spoke sluggishly. Good night, Mom. Good night, little boy, she replied. Few minutes later, husband calling. She stretched out on the sofa, clutched the reception button and said, Hello, Dean, is that you? Dean's voice was warm on the other end. Sweetheart. Yes, Clara replied. I called to check up on you guys, Dean said. How are Ben and Jimmy? They're sleeping, Clara said with a gentle smile, snuggling like two little bugs. Dean's tone turned concerned. You sound dull, is anything the matter? I thought we'd agreed on just one night. Clara hesitated. Yeah, not that. What's wrong then? Dean asked. It's Jimmy, Clara said. He's been having a fever and panic lately. But why? Dean's voice was laced with worry. He said he saw some bad things. Something strange. Clara's voice barely rose above a whisper. Dean's response was immediate.
What?
Clara's laughter was nervous. Aha! Dean's tone turned serious. What did you tell him? Clara's response was interrupted by the sound of knocks and creaking doors. Dean? I think someone is at the door, she said, her voice trembling slightly. As she spoke, the creaking grew louder, and Clara's fear became more palpable. Something outside is trying to pull the door, she exclaimed. Dean's response was fierce. Listen to me, Clara. Don't open the door. And if he pulls the door down, pull your trigger on him. Hit him hard. Clara panting. Damn, her phone dropped.
Oh my God.
She yelled at the door. Steps booming, her chest rose and fell rapidly. She got off, put out her revolver and backed down slowly. Luckily, the horizon was gone. She tried to take calm, deep breaths, and it worked. But then, she backed out slowly and walked to her bed. Damn, the damn thing kept coming back. There was a loud knock on the door. She could hear muffling noises, snores, like the roar at the base of a 1,000-foot waterfall. She felt a chill run down her spine as she became uneven. Straight away, she approached the door, banged the door open. She looked into the hallway and kept walking. Hello, breathing. Is anyone there? Hello, grunting. She could hear the grunting noises next door. At once, she swished slowly to the door next opposite the cot. Got to the door and stood there grasping and wheezing. The door creaked, and a figure loomed and she felt a jolt of fear. She screamed, "Oh my God!" She flung away, swung her legs decisively and swiped her back across the hallway. Oh, not again. Her eyes were wide open. She was on the floor. No breath passed through her lungs. She felt dizzy and disoriented, but was still able to turn her breath to normal again. The door creaked again, and she heard footsteps as she struggled to clear out. She tried to take calm, but her eyes scanned through the door and shrieked, raspy breathing. She clasped her hands against her mouth a couple of times and rolled away to the cot as quickly as she could. She shoved the door open, got in and shut the door hard. Still breathing. At once, she scrabbled to the bed where Jimmy lies and muffled, "Jimmy!" She rolled her eyes around. Yet again the horizon was gone. Everywhere was just so calm. Again she tapped Jimmy. "Wake up!" Jimmy popped off a bit and sighed. "Huh! Wake up!" she repeated. He looked up slowly and saw her mom rambling over him. But then he boomed. "Mom," he said, "you look pretty shot. What's the matter?" "Sorry, I didn't listen to you." I was wrong," she sobbed, nodding her head. "Mom, it's okay," said Jimmy. Clara, still breathing, called out, "Jimmy, what exactly did you see?" Clara crying, Jimmy replies, "There were sounds of things outside. A little girl, but then she disappeared." Jimmy looks at his mom and yells, "Mom, you saw him, huh?" Clara replied, Yeah." Then Jimmy asked, "What was that?" Clara replied, "Something over there. Something weird." Again, Jimmy asked, "You did see her, didn't you?" Clara answered, "I didn't see any snappers out there, but there was this weird face, hairy and so huge." Jimmy breathing, "Jimmy, calm down," Clara said. But Jimmy won't stop. "You saw him, huh? He's gonna wipe us out, huh?" Jimmy is still breathing. "No," said Clara. "Whoa, whoa. Jimmy, come back here." Clara dwindled a bit, her voice trailing off. Her eyes trailed at Jimmy's footprint that stepped slowly on frazzled shoes. The next instant, she hopped onto Jimmy, gripped his right hand and fizzed, "Stay with us. Don't go." Jimmy's voice was laced with anger and resentment. "I wouldn't get too comfortable here, because Dad lied to us." Clara shook her head firmly. "No, he didn't." Jimmy's tone turned defiant. "He did." Clara's response was calm, but firm. "No, Jimmy." Jimmy's anger escalated. "He sent us here to rot." Clara's voice was stern. "No, you can't talk about your dad like that." Jimmy's frustration boiled over. "Why not? Huh?" Clara's response was immediate. "What about a little common decency?" Jimmy's voice cracked with emotion. "Mom, this is frustrating. We can't stay here." Clara's voice was firm, but gentle. "We can't run." Jimmy's sobs echoed through the room, and Clara quickly moved to comfort him. "Jimmy, calm down, we'll get over this soon." Jimmy's tears continued to flow as he asked, "So, what? Huh?" Clara's voice was soothing. "Jimmy, calm down. I think I have an idea. It's time to wake Ben. He'd overslept. Common. Go ahead and wake him. I get y'all out of here." Jimmy groaned and rubbed his face with his hands, slammed his feet on the floor but crudely jolted out of that mood as he jiggled and quivered in jerky motion. But then he sneered, "Ben," tossing and turning. Streams of sweat ran across his face. Jimmy quickly touched his forehead. It was burning and hot. He rose slowly, breathing deeply. The silence weighed on him. He looked around.
Oh my gosh!
"What's the matter with Mom?" Jimmy wobbled a bit. In that, he tried to keep it from him. "I think, there was just that Mom's getting frustrated," Jimmy said. Ben stifles a little. "What?" What is it? Frustrated? Why? Jimmy thought a little, then replied, Something is out there. I don't know what it is, but it's freaking me out. In a moment, Ben interrupted, You really believe that, don't you? I do, said Jimmy. And I know you do too. Ben scuffing. Me? Said Ben. This has got to be a joke. No, said Jimmy. It was at this moment that Clara got so nervous. She prepared herself for the worst, trying to stay calm and focused. She looked over at Ben, at his flushed cheeks and wide eyes, and then she got up and walked toward Ben, positioning herself between Ben and the potential threat. Hey, back out,